So, what do we think about what happened this week between Rob and Candiace? Here's my unpopular opinion, okay? Yes, Rob betrayed them. Yes, Rob is a snake, but guess what? Rob is smart. Rob is the only one out of them that remembered that he was playing a game, okay? And I feel like, if we're going to be really honest here, Candiace really took herself out the game because she wasn't being strategic. I felt like Candiace let loyalty and emotions blind her from succeeding and being strategic in the game, okay? So here's where she really messed up. She did mess up with that vote, okay? I understand on the one hand, you don't want to go against Lisa publicly. But here's the thing, though. The writing was already on the wall for Lisa. Everybody at the round table was voting for her. So once you see everybody voting against her, you kind of don't have a choice but to join in, right? Because otherwise, it looks suspicious not to vote for Lisa, considering how everybody else was suspicious of her, right? So at this case, it's all about self-preservation. There was no point of being loyal to Lisa at this point. It's pretty much, it's looking like Lisa's about to go. So what was the point of being loyal at that point? And if you're not going to vote for Lisa, she should have stuck to her initial vote of Natalie, since you had already put it out there that you didn't trust Natalie. It didn't make sense that all of a sudden you're like, I don't want to vote for either of you. I'm just going to go for Rob. It just didn't make sense. And if anything, you got to realize in a game like Traitors, you got to analyze every little thing that people do because it could give them some type of clue as to what your intentions are. And when you didn't go along with the group, it made everybody question, like, what was up with that vote? And to be honest with you, it wasn't really hard to convince people that she was a traitor because, like I said, that vote kind of did it for them. So I think she just didn't play the game strategic. And also, she let Rob know her hand, too. Okay? I think we all heard the saying, you keep your enemies close, right? If anything, okay, fine, he betrayed Lisa. But I feel like, I don't know, he kind of was being strategic in a way also because people were starting to suspect Lisa on her own. So if people are kind of going for her, now granted he helped flame her name around, but listen, at the end of the day, you got to win a game. It's only going to be one winner. So at least that's my understanding of it. So you got to do what you got to do. And if Candiace had been smart, she wouldn't have told Rob that she was mad with him and that she didn't trust him. If anything, make him think you trust him. Make him think that y'all still on the same team, and maybe things would have been different. Maybe he would have told her that Colton had already been floating her name about, and she would have known not to vote Colton out because it led right to her. So I don't know. I just felt like I like Candiace. I think she did well for the most part. But again, she let her emotions get the best of her. And her emotions took her out the game because she was too loyal. And like I said, the handwriting was already on the wall. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out now with Rob, especially with him recruiting Eric. But, I don't know. Is it just me, or is that the rest of them is just not? It seems like the smart people are kind of out. Like Colton suspected Lisa. Colton also suspected Candiace. So he was right. But the rest of them, it's like, they don't seem to have any real clues about who they think they is. And I don't know, they just seem to be easily swayed by people. I don't know, maybe that's just my perspective. But it doesn't seem like there's any, real contenders at this point. So, I don't know. I feel like Rob is going to very easily control them. But here's my other thing, though. This is what they got to think about. Because I remember when they were recapping after Candiace left, and they were trying to figure out, okay, well, who is it going to be? Who is it really be? Who can it be now? And someone said, what about Rob? And they was like, no, it can't be him. Think about it. Let's think about it. Rob helped get Lisa out. Lisa was a traitor, wasn't she? Rob helped Candiace get out. Wasn't she a traitor? How would he know for a fact that they were traitors if he wasn't one himself? Think about it. So the way I see it, you're kind of dumb if you don't suspect Rob. Rob is doing the same thing that you guys accuse Colton of doing, which is kind of stirring up and influencing people and whipping up the votes. He seems to be trying to control the game now, control the narrative now. So it's like, you're dumb if you don't suspect Rob. So I'll be curious to see if Rob is really going to make it to the end and how they're going to play the game. So it's going to be interesting. So I guess we'll have to stay tuned.